To commemorate the founding of New Orleans in 1718, WYES presents this tricentennial moment in celebration of our city's past and present.
As recently as the early 20th century, black women selling pralines were a familiar sight on the streets of New Orleans. Eventually, the sugary confection was sold from stalls in the French market and continues to be a popular souvenir. But for many locals, most pralines came right out of their home kitchen. There was another baked good that was also once sold on the streets, calas.
It's a rice fritter that is made with leftover rice, of which we always have plenty of, and it's sprinkled with powdered sugar in conclusion. The street vendors from the earliest days of the city would go through the streets of the quarter calling out, "Calas, calas, belle calas to show, madame, belle calas to show." Beautiful calas is very hot. And around World War II, when the street vendors went away, the calas went away too, except in people's homes. A lot of people from the 7th Ward will remember them. Before the Louisiana Purchase, the Code Noir said slaves had to have a day off. A lot of them became street vendors. A lot of them sold calas. Number two, if a slave came to you and demanded his price and could pay it, you were required by law to take his money and let him go. Consequently, it was the sale of the calas and the proceeds from it that ended up buying freedom for a lot of the enslaved peoples and their families. So a dish that still exists in Africa, has its original name, and helped free people from slavery, I think is important enough to be kept around.
WYES's New Orleans Tricentennial Moments are brought to you by the Miro Foundation and presented in association with the historic New Orleans Collection.